Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about type 2 diabetes and what is called dawn phenomenon or dawn effect. Before I get into that, I just want to reiterate that I am not a physician. I don't give medical advice. I just share what I have experienced through 3.5 years of monitoring my type 2 diabetes and reversing my type 2 diabetes, nearly reversed. So yes, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, click on the little bell so that you will receive notifications, and hit the like button if you like this video. So what in the world is dawn phenomenon? What is that? What is the dawn effect? Well, basically this means that what causes it in layman's term, let's start with that, is the stress hormone cortisol naturally wakes us up each morning. It's like an alarm clock. Hey, it's time to get up. Hey, it's time to nourish your body. Hey, it's time to get up and get moving. And this is a natural thing. But sometimes with some of us, we get an extra boost of cortisol. In my experience, if I wake up once too early, say I kind of wake up at 4 o'clock, and then I'm just giving you example what happens to me. Say I wake up at 4 o'clock and maybe the puppy needs to go out and he's kind of crazy at that time, and I don't eat anything, I don't take my metformin at that time. I actually go back to bed, go back to sleep. Well, the cortisol levels continue to go up. They don't go down at that time for me. And when I wake up, especially if I've slept in beyond the normal time, my blood sugar is higher. Okay, correction, my blood sugar is always highest first thing in the morning. And based on all of the studies that I have done, again, this is just what I have experienced, those of us that are on low carb diets experience this dawn phenomenon more markedly than others. Now, I've also read in my studies that everyone actually has this dawn phenomenon. Otherwise, we wouldn't wake up in the morning. We have a rise in our cortisol levels. So otherwise we wouldn't wake up, we wouldn't be functional. Some of us have really high blood sugars in the morning, blood glucose in the morning. And I'm talking about really high, we're actually in the normal range, supposed to be 99 or below blood glucose readings in the morning. Me, if I stay below 120, I'm good with that. That is my marker. And I'll get back to where I'm at with that. Others wake up, I feel so bad for you. You wake up at 180 and you wake up at 200, and by noon you're at 150, and by 7 o'clock in the evening you're at 120. Personally, what I experience is I'll wake up and very occasionally I'll be at 99 at fasting blood glucose upon waking. And the 11 o'clock number, I normally check at 11, varies. Typically my number goes down. It just depends on, it depends on my diet that day, to be honest with you. Typically my number will go down maybe a point or two. And I'll get into a moment here what brings my number down. And the only thing that brings my number down from fasting to the next part of my day. And that's going to be a whole nother topic as well. We're going to talk about intermittent fasting in another video, and why I personally can't partake in that, but another video. Okay, so, and then by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm looking at good, 89, 91. Now, We're going to talk about the A1C in another video as well. It's really easy to calculate that and to understand that, but I see a lot of confusion out there, and I think it's because there's just so much conflicting information out there, and it doesn't have to be that difficult. So that's how my blood sugar works. Now, as you can see with the example that I gave you, it's lower in the morning, and it's lower towards noon, and it's lower towards evening, and I'll wake back up again, and you know, to what I'll experience blood sugar that's anywhere from 15 to 20 points higher after I fasted, which doesn't make a bit of sense at all to me. It was extremely frustrated when this first started happening to me. The lower carb I went in my diet, the more I saw the dawn phenomenon, and when I first saw it, it actually kind of freaked me out because you know, I had a doctor, I was on insulin, and I had a doctor and said, until you're consistently below 99 in the morning, I will never take you off of insulin. I've been off of insulin now for over 2 years, and even with this dawn phenomenon, and I'm currently on metformin. There's been several prescriptions, but I'm continuing to see my prescription being lowered by the doctor, and I'm nearly there. But anyhow, let's get back to what we're seeing. There's one thing in me, and this may not be your case, but I believe this is the case in a lot of us type 2 diabetics on low carb diet, that would deal, those of us that are dealing with the dawn phenomenon, is when after we eat, that morning fasting number decreases. And for me, you know, other than taking metformin, which is my normal medication, for me, nothing else works other than eating, and normally it's protein that brings it down. Of course, no carbs, or very little carbs, I should say. Eggs have a carb in them. I think it's 0.5, 0.6 per egg. That's why we can't really go zero carb, because some foods like calf liver, eggs, some cheeses have carbs in them, but that's a whole nother topic. So anyways, after I eat, my blood sugar, my fasting blood, my morning blood sugar, blood glucose number goes down. And that's the only thing that takes it down for me. I do take some measures. I've tried several things. I've tried taking a dose of maybe 2 tablespoons in 16 ounces, 8 ounces of water. Apple cider vinegar, the natural organic kind that has the mother in it. Bragg's is a good brand. I use an H-E-B brand, which I really like quite a bit, which H-E-B is a store brand. It works well. But that didn't make a difference. I tried a small amount of protein as an evening snack. One thing that did make a huge difference for me, though, is to control the amount of food that I eat for dinner and the timing of that. The more consistent I am as a type 2 diabetic with my the times that I eat, with the planning of my meals, the consistency, say I eat no later than 6 or 6:30 in the evening, the better my morning number is. Unfortunately, the other thing that seems to have an impact on my morning blood glucose numbers is not sleeping in.